All right, Bloomberg News San Francisco Bureau Chief Jeff Taylor joins us now for more on the Kodak case. Jeff, one of the 65 reporters and editors that covers business, technology, innovation, and other stuff. This is big news for Kodak.
It's really big for Kodak, Cory. I mean, this is a company that has to rely on inkjet businesses, inkjet printers, on packaging, on software. The photographic business on which it built its name is really falling away. Film processing, nobody does that anymore. So yeah, they could get as much as $1 billion if they're successful in this ruling before the International Trade Commission, and the market really responded to that. The stock is up 20% in late trading.
Really? By point of sort of comparison, $1 billion is about 14% of annual revenues for Kodak, but they're not there yet. There are more steps that have to take place.
The CEO is Antonio Perez. He's a Madrid-born and educated executive. Used to be a big executive at Hewlett-Packard. It's a big deal for him because what he can do now is he has told the market that there's as much as $350 million coming every year as a result of licensing agreements from patents that Kodak has from its glory days. Now he can up that figure considerably if only Kodak can prevail before the International Trade Commission.
Jeff, how big a hit could this be for Apple and Research In Motion? Is it really going to affect their bottom line? I mean, who's got the biggest stake here?
Well, it'll be a much bigger deal for Kodak, obviously, than it's going to be for RIM or Apple. I mean, RIM and Apple are multi-billion-dollar companies with huge amounts of cash on hand. So the truth is that these companies can afford it. I mean, it's not going to break the bank for them. For Kodak, it's a massive deal. I mean, Kodak, the business has been eroding for a long time. It's actually pressed these cases very successfully against Samsung and LG Electronics. It got $1 billion in settlements from those companies based on this same patented technology. It's a way of sorting digital images that's a lot more efficient than other methods of sorting digital images. And, if the iPhone and the BlackBerry use it, Kodak deserves to get paid.
Now, I remember Kodak's IPO in 1960, and okay, I don't really remember that, but I'm sure it was great. But Kodak is a shadow of the company that it was. I lived in Rochester, New York for a long time, and it was a dominant company. But its collection of patents should have been of great value. The company seems to finally be realizing that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the patents are a legacy from those old days. I mean, the technologies that they were selling then, the things that were creating jobs in Rochester back in the day, those things, many of them have fallen away. They still have the patents. And Perez seems to be doing a pretty good job of prosecuting that. I mean, in Rochester, I'm sure it's a big deal. And actually, Kodak still has the name, as you know. I mean, it's one of those iconic American corporate names that still carries some credence despite the eroding business. Perez is on, Obama's Council on Jobs. Kodak still has kind of the respected old name. 20% more in market capitalization today as a result of this decision.
Yeah, all right. Jeff Taylor, thanks a lot. I'm glad you're able to join us and help us understand this story a little bit better.